Wins News Time, 2:15. The French are mourning the death of one of the biggest stars in French film. Actor Alain Delon has died at the age of 88. President Macron described him as a French monument.
Alain Delon's breakthrough role came in the 1960 film Plein Soleil, or Purple Moon, based on the novel The Talented Mr. Ripley. Often cast as the dangerous anti-hero, he soon became one of the most recognizable Frenchmen in the world. However, like his friend and contemporary Brigitte Bardot, in later life, Delon's opinions proved controversial with younger generations, not least his support for his friend Jean-Marie Le Pen, founder of the far-right Front National.
It's correspondent Caroline Wyatt. Wins News Time, 2:16. Heat waves blamed on climate change may have Americans rethinking where they'd locate a vacation home.
Skip Miami and Malibu. Many Americans are thinking about cooler spots when they dream of owning a vacation home. That's according to a new survey from the real estate website Agent Advice. It put the mountain communities of Aspen, Colorado and Big Bear Lake, California first and second on a list of preferred locations. That was followed by Homer and Seward, Alaska. Big Sky, Montana rounded out the top 5. Agent Advice says it's seen a noticeable shift in vacation home preferences, with Americans still looking for scenic retreats, but ones away from the heat.
It's correspondent Heather Bond. Federal Trade Commission is going after a large automotive dealer group that it says discriminated against Black and Latino customers and charged most buyers for unwanted add-ons.
The FTC says 3 Texas dealerships owned by Asbury Automotive will systematically packed add-ons to purchases without consumers' consent, adding thousands to the price of their cars. The agency says in some cases, consumers were falsely told the add-ons were required, and it says Black and Latino consumers were targeted. The FTC says Black consumers were charged about $300 more for the same add-ons, and Latino customers about $200 more. The FTC says numerous consumers complained about Asbury's practices, saying they've been
Add our contest line to your speed dial, 855-475-1010. And for information on our contest rules, go to 1010wins.com/contest.
All news, all the time. This is 1010 Wins at 92.3 FM. You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the world.
Good afternoon. We have 78 degrees at 2:20. I'm Bud Mishkin. Here's what's happening. Another win for the South Shore Little League from Staten Island at the Little League World Series. They beat Hinsdale, Illinois this morning 4-0, and they stay alive in the tournament. We'll play next Tuesday. Salmonella outbreak across numerous states, and the CDC believes small turtles are to blame. Venezuelans across the world responded to a call from their country's political opposition yesterday and took to the streets to defend the faction's claim to victory over President Maduro in last month's disputed election. Mother of the late Shannon Doherty says she will continue her daughter's podcast. Doherty died last month from cancer. And Ukraine says it has destroyed another bridge in Russia's Kursk region. Sports, the Mets with an early start today out at Citi Field against Miami. And at last word, the Metropolitans and Miami are tied at 2, 7th inning, 2-2. Yankees are in Detroit, not actually in Detroit, they're playing Detroit tonight, and they're playing at the Little League World Series. That's why so the Yankees are there taking in the games today, as are the Tigers. Wins News Time, 2:21. That's time for traffic and transit. Gloria Chopper.
Starting in Connecticut Turnpike 95 northbound after exit 2 in Greenwich, all lanes are closed because of an accident. You're being detoured to exit 2. A lot of people are taking Clinton Avenue, so you're going to be stuck, unfortunately, in traffic trying to get around that. Southbound after exit 3, you have at least one lane closed with police activity as well. We'll take you into Brooklyn. Looking at the jam cams, found a problem on the eastbound inbound Gowanus. Just after 39th Street. It's a white minivan, unfortunately. Looks like it's stalled right smack dab in the center lane. Gotta feel like the worst place to get stuck, but just be careful as you go around. It's very narrow lanes as you make your way past. Meanwhile, here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. Right now, the lower East River crossings only really has one problem, and that's going to be the Brooklyn Bridge is a little slow in both directions. At the Hudson's, the George 25 to 30 in, 25 out, Lincoln 15 to 20 in, 15 out, and the Hollands is also 15 to 20 in and 15 out. I'm Gloria Chapa. Our next report at 2:31, 1010 Wins 92.3 FM.
I think so.
Our next report at 2:31, 1010 Wins, 92.3 FM.
The Little Leaguers from Staten Island are still living the dream. And this one's to the shortstop, Torres, in the shallow left field area. And play ends the game. Staten Island, New York. Moving on. Now from ESPN, South Shore team just ended off elimination. Shutout win this morning, 4-0 against the team from Hinsdale, Illinois. That's 2 wins in a row after an opening loss. The Sluggers also had to meet the Yankees this afternoon. The Bombers are in Williamsport, PA, to play the Detroit Tigers in the Little League Classic tonight. Next up for the Staten Island kids, a game on Tuesday. The India Day Parade back in the city for the 42nd year today. It began at noon on Madison between East 38th Street and East 27th Street. One float in the parade is creating controversy. Take a look at Carol Diori.
It's the 42nd year for the Indian Day Parade, and this year it features 50 marching groups, 30 marching bands, and 40 floats. And it's one of those